So I've been working on organization for a bit, and ever since I got here, things have improved. But yeah, it still needs a lot of work because after kind of analyzing what went on this month, more so these past 20 days, I realized there's a lot that I can go ahead and do to improve. But one step in the right direction that I've been doing this month is actually digitally writing down tasks that need to be done for the day. And it's something as simple as that can keep me on track, because I'm a person that if I don't have tasks, or if I have like one or two things, then I'll just focus all my time on that thing. And in reality, it's not the most efficient process, hence why upload frequency has always been a little sporadic and chaotic. uh, but things are going in the right direction, and I'm doing two things for that to solve that problem. uh, the first one is using Trello a lot more, not just for my faceless channel, but also for like two things: tasks and for my personal channel. So for tasks, what I've started doing is doing these daily, uh, basically daily things that I have to do. I'll usually do it either the night before or the morning of, so I know what I have to do throughout that day, which is good. I've been pretty consistent on that, except I've missed. I didn't do it in like May 1st or May 2nd, and then I missed like 3 days randomly somewhere throughout the month. But regardless, it's been pretty consistent. But a pattern that I've been seeing is that, I just haven't been completing these tasks. Out of these 20 times that I did do them, I completed them fully 2 times, which gives me a 10% success rate. That's very bad. So that means for this upcoming month, for June, the goal is up. The goal is, more than 10%. The goal is 50%. Yeah, that's my goal. And what I've noticed is that these things that I'm not finishing have been taking me a while to do. Like, for example, this recent video that I did, I had to work on the script. And from May 12th or May 13th, that's when the day was when I was supposed to start the script, but I didn't start it until like 7 days later. And it just kept being put off, put off, put off until I realized, oh shoot, I gotta go ahead and do this and finish it because my deadline is finish it before the end of this month. Thankfully, I have, it's been finished. But yeah, it shouldn't even get to that point. I'm disappointed in myself for doing that. And that's something that needs to stop. And I know how to stop it, which will be once something is difficult or something I don't want to do, that's the exact reason to do it. Sort of like the gym for me. So I've gotten into the habit of waking up to go to the gym at 5. Although what has started happening is my sleep schedule kind of got messed up, and so now I'm going to the gym at, it's kind of sporadic. Like yesterday it was 6 p.m. Today it was like 1:30 p.m. I will say these were really good workouts, though. I had so much more energy. So I might even change my schedule for that. But beside the point, I know what to do to fix this, and I'm going to go ahead and fix this. So June is going to be a lot more efficient. I'm going to get a lot more things done, just so I can go ahead and keep moving the needle forward faster. Second thing I've been doing is having an actual YouTube process, because before there was real no process, man. It was just me having some ideas on Trello and just making the video, once I think it's appropriate time, or start writing, when I feel it's a good time. And that was just really dumb. Like, I have to, although yes, there's a creative process. It's not like you can just sit there and like fully start writing or get an idea, but there is things that can be processized, produce, I don't know what the word is, but making them more efficient. And I've always used the excuse of like, oh, I don't get ideas just doing that, but it's like in reality, I just wasn't putting the time, and it's not a lot of time, I just wasn't putting the effort into figuring out some sort of process. And all these things, and once I actually figured out it process, it just makes it just made it a lot easier. And I'll give you an example. Ideas. Ideas is by far one of the most important things when it comes to YouTube. is this idea worth X amount of views? Is this idea, good? Is this idea valuable? Whatever it may be. And although, yes, I did have my list of ideas, I never had an exact schedule on when to do them. And so now what I've started doing, and this is all thanks to my roommate, he's really the one where's the right Trello board? All right, process. He's really the one that put me up to this and just kept telling me to go ahead and processize, producize, workflow size, just to give things a procedure so they can go ahead and be done and replicated. Because everything can go ahead and be done more efficiently. Because my process before coming here was not just in YouTube, but just everything in general, just was not good. And so once a week, sit down for an hour, come up with ideas, whatever it may be. Just whatever comes through the head. And I've been very inconsistent with that. Like, I did 31 ideas on May 1st. And then the following week, I did 10 ideas. And then a few days later, I did 3. I think it's because I was on the bus. And I had to get some ideas. On the 14th, a few days after that, I did 5. I think that was on the bus again, too. 19th, I did 14th. And then most recently, on the 20th, 5 days ago, I did 100 ideas. And I was proud of it. Not because of the quantity or anything, but because it gave me the realization that, hey, if I do this, if I stick to some sort of process and I do what I say I'm going to do, which is sit down for 1 hour once a week to come up with ideas, then it can be done. And it doesn't matter how bad these ideas are. Like here, hey, maybe you want to do some of these ideas. Let me see. All right, my last idea is why having a roommate was the best idea. My first idea was I tried TikTok dropshipping to prove it's not dead. And then somewhere randomly, I made myself cry for 30 days. How I kicked depression out the window. I let AI build a business for me. I stopped being cheap for 30 days. The truth about the good old time. Yeah, these are like such random ideas. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like majority of them, like 95% of these are bad, but like 5 of them are good ideas. 5 of them are things I would use and I will use. And so that's one process that's good, moving the needle forward. And the same thing is going to be applied for my Faceless channel, which I've yet to apply that because I had ideas in the back burner. But that's just an excuse. And so I wanted to try a different process. I think on a Saturday I did it, and what I was doing was just, instead of coming up with ideas in my head for that hour, actually it was 30 minutes, I just looked at a bunch of other videos from completely different niches, see if I can get something going there. I did a little bit of research, and in those 30 minutes I came up with 5 ideas. Which I'm pretty sure one of those ideas is really good, but still 5. And yeah, that's it's enough said for that. But yeah, that's basically it. Now, as far as routine for gym goes, what I do want to say, another thing that my roommate helped me with was actually getting organized with my actual routine, to have some sort of consistent schedule, because there's not really much to it to move the needle forward. Like, what will I do at this time or whatever, or at least have some sort of something going. And so what I end up doing was, all right, I will set it on my calendar, 5 a.m. workout. I'll be back at this apartment by 6:15 a.m. because I usually do a workout for an hour. From 8 to 10 a.m. I'll go ahead and work on my personal channel, whatever it may be. If I'm working on a script, if I'm doing editing, whatever. 10 to 11, I'll do the Faceless channel, and that be if I gotta go review a script that my partner wrote. If I gotta, I don't really know. A voiceover, yeah, honestly, that time isn't always being used, like that hour. But when it is being used. And the most important thing that I made, the change that is actually gonna bring this projection. I'm bad with words, but like the thing that's actually gonna go ahead and make a difference is what I set out at 11 a.m. every single day. All right, not every single day, but 11. Actually, 11:50. Well, now it's 11:30. 11:15. All right, 11:15 a.m. for the whole. For the past. Whoa! Wait, let me see. When did it start? Oh shoot! All right, I was getting a call, but I'll answer that later. I'm seeing when I started this. So on the 18th, on the 15th. Oops, went too far. On the. Oh wow. Okay, on the 10th. Or every day. On the 10th of May. All the way up to the. Yeah, so a week and a half. All right, so for about a week and a half. This week was different. It was only 2 days, but for a week and a half straight, except the weekend. Actually, sometimes it will. Overthinking. I've been having these calls with my scriptwriter, with my partner to go over how, basically to go over how to write better scripts, how to tell a better story, how to get better at grammar, and like what I'm looking for an introduction, how things should be transitioned, how to use AI tools to go ahead and get better at scripts, and all this I've seen snowball into something really positive that is, although I'm not seeing any result here, I can see how this 1 hour a day is going to make a big difference. And yeah, think of it like how dumb, like I didn't do this beforehand, but again, everything's thanks to my roommate for like telling me these things over here. Because yeah, that really made a change, man. These scripts are so much better. His grammar is getting a lot better, his storytelling better, and then the goal for the transition was like, all right, this is what the first thing was. He writes a script. I get the script. I do my revisions or whatever I gotta do. Then I send to the editor. But those revisions would take me like 2-3 days because I procrastinated for the first day because it wasn't how I wanted. Then the next day I would work on a little bit. Then I'd be like, I don't want to do this. And then the last day I'd be, all right, I gotta get this done. And I just kept delaying, and I was the bottleneck. Whereas what I had to do was figure out, all right, how can I get these scripts done better? How can I get these scripts done? The way I can get these scripts done is by him having to make less mistakes. How can he make less mistakes? Is by me teaching. How can I teach him? Is by me going on these calls with him. And it's that process of working backwards to find what the true problem is and how to solve it. That, again, everything is, thank you to my roommate. It's because of him to give me these thought processes that may seem obvious, but not obvious to me. And yeah, things have greatly improved. And this last video that we posted beforehand, I was telling him like, yo, these next videos have really good potential, in my opinion, for the long term. And even he said it like once he watched the video, like after my editor did the editing, he's like, he was so impressed. He's like, yo, this thing is so good, just because it was like something completely different than what our previous videos. And although it didn't do good within the first, I don't know, like 8 hours or whatever, I know this is a well-made video, and I'm proud of it. And the reason for this is because I also kept doing the video calls with my editor, but was also more, I don't want to say assertive, but more initiative, more demanding, more, I don't know. To take my role as a manager, take my role as a leader, and instill these things that should be done, and just basically convey again, words. Basically, just let him know what needs to be done, giving him the right tools so he can go ahead and do them, and most importantly, letting him, express his creativity, his freedom. And yeah, just really proud of him. And I told him that today when I had the call with him earlier, 12 hours ago, 11 hours ago. But yeah, man, that's that. And also, Yeah, I think that's basically it. With those things, that's all I really need to go ahead and actually make this work, make this successful, and yeah, it's gonna be a really good 2023 and 2024. Oh man, I'm excited, but there's no point in thinking about the future if you don't do something about it right now. Thanks for watching.